Today we are going to learn how to backboard a patient. I'm going to tell you why it's important to backboard a patient, all the steps in backboarding a patient, and in what instances you would use it. It's important to backboard a patient for if they hurt their neck and they might have broken it, to stabilize their neck so no further breaks and or nerve damage occur before they get to the hospital. In this instance, I'll be the patient and my friends Angel and Jessica are going to help me backboard. First, we're going to take manual stabilization of the neck to make sure that the neck doesn't move. Next, Jessica's going to measure the size of my neck for the C-collar to put that on. That helps ensure that my neck is even more secure. Even though the collar will be on, it's important to still hold my neck so that no further damage occurs. The next thing is to check PMS. That's pulse, motor, and sensory function in all four extremities. Check to see if I have a pulse getting there, check to see if I can move them, and to check to see if I can feel anything.
Feel this?
I do. Now she's going to do the same thing in my feet.
Feel this as well?
I do. Normally we would take off our shoes, but it's not a big deal. The next thing she's going to do is roll me onto the backboard. This involves teamwork with both the head man, Angel, holding my head, and Jessica. We need to put my arms so they're not in the way, and we need to make sure that my C-spine is still not compromised. So they have to work together.
Let's count.
1, 2, 3. Now they have to push the board underneath while holding me. Make sure I don't get hurt.
Big count.
1, 2, 3. Sometimes when you get rolled back, you're not fully on the backboard.
Down.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. Now we're going to apply the spider strap. The spider straps attach my entire body to the board to make sure when they lift me to put me in the ambulance, I don't fall off. There's a spider strap set for each side of my body all the way down, so there's no way I can fall out. We start at the shoulders, work across to the chest and the pelvis, down to the legs, and down near the ankles. You need to make sure you put them on extremely tight so that your patient has no wiggle room where they could hurt themselves. Instances you would use backboarding if someone fell off a horse, got in a car accident, or fell from a very high height. You should be trained professionally on how to do this, but it's always good to know how to help if you're just a bystander. Backboarding is not an easy task, and it takes a long time to do sometimes. Backboarding is a useful thing to know for the fact that we can help make sure that patients are safe on their way to the hospital when we take them to the nurses. We're now strapping my pelvis down to the board. It's important to control all of my spine because I could twist my hips and it could break my neck even more if I got into a car accident. You want to make sure not to strap right across the kneecaps because that'd be a very uncomfortable ride to the hospital. She's checking to make sure she didn't strap over my knee. After she finishes strapping me down to the board, she's going to check my pulse, motor, and sensory function again to make sure that I still have it in all four extremities. And something she didn't make it change. The last thing we have to do after the PMS,
Feel this?
yes I do, is to attach the headlocks and fully secure my head to the headboard. We have to put headlocks where Angel's hands are and then tape them down. We have to tape on the top of my head as well as under my chin to make sure that there's no way my neck will move. And that's all there is to it. Today, I taught you how to backboard somebody. It's important to know how to do it in case you're a bystander in a bad car accident. It helps protect people's spines so they don't break their necks and injure themselves even more. There's few simple steps. It's really not that many. Thanks for watching this video.